How strong is your willpower? Hey, welcome back. This is Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. If you're new here, thank you for joining. If you've been with me for a while, thank you for coming back. It's Friday, so we're going to do the same thing we've done every Friday. We're going to talk about the commitments we made on Monday. On Monday, I always say, okay, what are you going to do this week that's going to make it so that at the end of the week, you can say you've had a successful week, but more importantly, you're closer to your bigger goals and you commit to those things. So I want you to look today, and did you do those things? Did you complete the things that you said that you needed to say it's been a great week and that you're closer to your bigger goals? Now, if you don't have clearly defined written out goals, that's the first thing I need you to do. Go to jeffhagee.com/momentum, get my free momentum series, and figure out what your goals are, figure out what your why is behind each of those, and really create the path that you need to live the life that you're trying to get. Now, leave me a comment. If you're watching or listening to this on social media, leave me a comment. Did you do those things that you committed to? Otherwise, send me a DM or email me at jeff@jeffhagee.com, whatever, but be accountable to those things. That's what I want to do. Is I want to help you hold yourself accountable to achieving these things to help you achieve your bigger goals. All right, so what I want to talk about today, I want you to look at the things in your life. How many times have you tried to improve your life, and after doing the things that you thought you needed to do, you just get back to the drawing board frustrated and upset with yourself? You've tried to use your willpower to kick a habits, and you're just using your willpower to lose weight, all those different things. You set New Year's resolutions, and then by February, you're back to where you began before. You've had big life-changing goals that you just seem to fall short of, even though you tried hard and you worked hard at it. And you've just tried to use your willpower to force yourself to do these things. That's what I want to talk about today, is how strong is your willpower, and is it what is going to help you to achieve your bigger goals? Because I can tell you one thing right now, and Benjamin Hardy has a great book on this, and I'll give you a hint of what I think about this, because the title of his book is Willpower Doesn't Work. If you have to use your willpower to do something, in that book, Benjamin Hardy says, if you're using willpower to do something, if that's got to be the way that you do it, there's obviously an internal conflict. Because if you really want something, you don't need to use that willpower, because the other things that are attracting you, you put them behind. So in that book, he says, if that's the case, if you're using your willpower, you don't know what you want, and you've got that internal conflict, or your why isn't strong enough. We talk about understanding our why in the momentum series. Or you aren't invested in yourself and your dreams. And fourth, your environment opposes your goal. And that's what he talks a lot about in that book, Willpower Doesn't Work, is you've got to change your environment to do those things so that you're not dependent on your willpower. But what I want to talk about is an article I wrote way back in September of 2020 about decisions. And I'm going to put the link to it. It's on jeffhagee.com, but it's called Your Decisions Will Shape Your Life. But I'm going to put the link in the show notes so that you can go see that, because what I talk about in there is the fact that what decision means. The root word of decide means to cut off, meaning you're cutting off all your other options. So everything that happens in your life, both good and bad, it begins with a decision. The decisions you're making right now are going to determine what's going to happen to you and shape your future. When you want to set a goal, when you want to do whatever it is, when you want to stop a habit, you've got to make a decision. If you're dependent on willpower to do those things, you haven't made that decision. Because if you've made the decision, it means you've cut off other options. Making a decision means that you're committed to the results and you're cutting off all other possibilities. Now, in that article, Your Decisions Will Shape Your Life, in 2012, I had the opportunity to meet Clayton Christensen. He's since passed away, but he's got amazing books. He was an amazing person. in that article, I want you to go read. I put one of his stories in there from Harvard Business Review, and it's called "How Will You Measure Your Life?" And he talks about a decision that he made. It was a tough decision, but it has really shaped his life. And so as you're looking at your goals, as you're looking at the things that you want to achieve, the biggest thing I see people struggle with is putting the habits in place, putting the things in place that are going to help them achieve those goals. And that is because they haven't made that decision. They haven't fully committed to what they want. And so they're still trying to use their willpower. You know, if I want to lose weight, there's a difference between I want to lose weight and I've decided to lose weight. So I want you to look at your goals. And that's why I want you to go through the momentum series, jeffhagee.com/momentum, and figure out what your goals are so that you can do these things. When you go through that process, you figure out what your goals are, you understand your why behind each one, and you make the decision that those are the things you're going to achieve. You're cutting off all other options. And so you've made that decision. Those are the things you're going to go for. So that's what I want you to look at when you're struggling with doing whatever it is. Look at the decisions you've made, because if you haven't made a decision, it means you haven't cut off the other options. And I just want you to analyze what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve and decide where you need to make those decisions and what you need to cut off, so you're not relying on willpower to do that. All right, well, it's Friday. Thank you for being with me. I do have another special episode I'm releasing tomorrow. It's a full interview that's going to be something you want to check out. It's a great interview. Entrepreneurs, it's something that you'll definitely want to listen to. But thanks for being with me. Have a great week, and I will be back with you on Monday.